Hi there, this is John Barton from JB Cases. I want to share a little tip with you guys on how to play safe when you have one ball on the table, or basically you can use this in any situation, but I'm going to teach you how to aim with this type of safety shot that's a little bit more accurate than maybe what you might be using. If you're like me, you might have trouble sometimes judging the hit on safeties where you've got to play the ball into a rail and send it to another spot on the rail. So I discovered that I can use the double the distance method, the same method that I use for kick shots. I can use it to calculate where I'm going to hit the object ball to play it safe. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. Now, if you have a shot like this, for example, where the 8 ball is, kind of off the rail here, and you're not sure if you want to try for the bank, you just want to play it safe. So I would want to bring the 8 ball somewhere in here and send the cue ball down the table so that I would get a safe that looks something like this. So now the other guy's got a hard shot. He has no shot directly to a pocket. And a lot of times what I do is I will mishit this shot because I'm not sure how to hit it. So I'll try to get it to here, but I'll just mishit it and end up leaving the guy straight in, or I'll hit it too hard. For example, I'll hit it like this, too hard, and I'll end up leaving something like this right here where I leave a shot. And basically it's always been troublesome for me on any of these type of shots to figure out how to hit it with just the right speed to bring the ball where I want it and also get the cue ball safe. So what I figured out is I can use the double the distance method to aim it. Okay, so for example, let's say for example that I want to get the 8 ball to land right about here in the middle of the table. Okay, what I want to do here is I want to measure the distance from here to the corner and then double that. Okay, so here to the corner, double that out here, and where that comes back through the 8 ball, right back here, that's my aiming spot that I want to aim at. So I come back here, hit that about medium speed, and it's going to bring me right to the center of the table. Now look at the shot that the guy's got. Now I didn't really try to control the cue ball there, but you get the idea. And this works from anywhere. So you can pull the 8 ball here, for example, even when it's close right here. If you want to get it right to the center, you do the same thing. Measure from here to the corner, right? That's where you want the 8 ball to go. Go to the corner, double it out, bring it back, and right there's where you want to hit the ball. And I go too far with that one. That one's a good one if you want to bank it. But you can see, even there we got good, sort of safe. But so once again, here I'll measure it this way so you can see it. It's a little bit easier. But if I want to go directly to this spot right here, I'm going to come to the corner. Okay, now let's see if you can see where my hand is out here. If you can see my hand right there where my thumb is, here I'll do it like this. I want to come to this diamond, the first diamond. All right. So from here I want to bring the cue ball right about where I want to bring the 8 ball right about where the first diamond is. So I'm going to measure from the first diamond to the corner, bring it out here. Okay, so you see where my hand is, or my thumb, and from there I'm looking back through the 8 ball to right there. That's my contact point. So if I were to use the ghost ball, my line would be right here. Okay, so let's try that. See my finger? Still on it? Okay, there's my line. Let's see if I can get it to go right. Based on this, I should be able to let the 8 ball end up right here at the first diamond. So we went over just a little bit, but you get the idea. Look at how nice and safe that is right there. Now let's do it again. And this time I'm going to watch my speed. Okay, you still have to calculate your speed, but we're going for the first diamond here. Here, this is the way I like to do it from back here. I just measure to the corner and out, back through the 8 ball. There's my line. And look at that, right on the first diamond is where it lands. Now, let's try this again. Let's put it out here. Now, let's say this time I want to get to the third diamond. Right here. So I want to get to the third diamond. So I'm going to start at the third diamond. I'm going to go, this is my measure. I'm getting a feel right here for how far it is. And I go out. So step over here. That's about the third diamond. Come back. Right there. Okay, so right there should put me at the third diamond. Look at that. Look at that. I'm within a ball of the third diamond right there. And look at the position that the guy's got from here. You think about how powerful this is. You know, when you start to use this, I mean, you can do this from any position. Okay, let's say for example you've got something like this where a guy leaves you and you're stuck all the way over here. Where do you play safe from here? Well, the same thing applies. Let's say I want to put the 8 ball right about in here near the center of the table from here. This is a hard shot to cut to figure how to do it. So let's try the system. Double the distance. Starting with the diamond, go to the corner, go out, come back through the ball. Right there's my aim point. Right there is my aim point. Let's see how we do. Okay, we came within 2 balls of center right there, but look at the safe. Look at how beautiful that safe is right there. And the point is you're not overhitting the ball. You're not scared of it. You're doing it, you're measuring the shot. And you can put it anywhere you want. Here, I'll do it with a backwards cut. Let's see how close we get. Okay? Actually, I might be overreaching a little bit right there. I mean, I can still do it, but it's outside the scope of what we're talking about. Here, you can go. You can cross as well. You know, so for example, if you had a shot like this where you needed to lay the cue ball on the rail, you can do the same thing. So the same thing applies. I want to land the cue ball, say right here in the middle of the rail. I want to land the 8 ball right in the middle of the rail. Okay, from this position. So same thing. Double the distance, go over, bring it back. That's my aim point right there. Is my aim point for that shot. So let's see how we do. See it moving in right towards the center now. It's a little bit light, but still. Look at that safety. I mean, you can calculate this, you know, from here. Whereas before, you know, I know what I want to do. But if I'm not calculating it, then I'm guessing. So I know what I want to do here. I want to lay that ball on the rail, but I'm kind of guessing at it still. This way I can calculate it more. And once you learn to see the shots like that, then you can do it from anywhere. So for example here, now you're way down the rail. You can do the same type of cross. I want to land it there, so double the distance. Okay? Bring that back. Right there's my aim. And I just lay down right there. See the 8-ball sitting right there on the rail, right? Now it's a tough shot for the guy. And you can get more accurate, you know, by adjusting where you're doubling from. So, for example, if I really wanted to lay it right on the rail, then I would go like from the rail right here. For example, double the distance from the rail. So right there's the rail. There, out, back here to the ball. That's my shot. A little bit weak on that one, but you still have to execute. Here, we'll cross this one. Now I'm gonna send the cue ball here and back this way while I cross it. But I'm still trying to lay the 8-ball right in the middle of the rail. So here, back to here. There's my aim. A little bit of inside English. A little bit hard, but you know that it takes a little bit of time to get the touch. But you saw it hitting right for the middle. And basically, just to give you a quick primer on what double the distance is, if I wanted to kick, for example, at the 8-ball from here, I want to start at the 8-ball where I want to hit it, go to the rail, double that distance, and come back to the cue ball, and that's my kicking. That's where I kick. So if you do that, you can hit the ball from anywhere just by simply deciding where you want to hit the 8-ball, going to the rail, double that distance, come back to the cue ball, and shoot it. And you can hit the ball no matter, with a one-rail kick, it doesn't matter where it's at. It doesn't matter where it's at, you can hit the ball. Okay, so same thing. Over to the rail, out there, step in, and you can hit it. So that's called double the distance. So what you're doing is, with this other method for banking balls, basically this is banking balls. I mean, it works exactly the same for if you wanted to bank a ball into the corner. You know, you would double the distance here, go out there, come back here, and that's your shot to bank the 8. So if you wanted to bank the 8 in, that's going to bank right in, just like that. So you're essentially doing the exact same thing, except that you're going to points on the rail to play safe. You know, so for example, if I want to put the ball here, then I'm just going to double it out, come back through the 8, and there it is. See how nicely that sits right there on the rail? And you can figure out, it also helps you to, you know where your cue ball is going. So, there you go. I mean, it works for any rail too. So for example here, a good shot here. Let's say for example you were stuck like this, right? So you got to do something with the 8-ball here. Well, watch this. I want to put the 8-ball right here. Okay, so I want to put the 8-ball right there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to double the distance this way, out to there, come back through the 8, and I know that I need to hit it right there to get it to the rail. And I'm going to spin it a little bit just to miss the kiss. Okay, now you see what happens here? Look at that. It laid right there on the rail, everything controlled. Now if I really wanted to control that even more, see, I would practice this. I could practice this where I could even control the cue ball and set it behind the ball here. So let's try that. Now, because I know exactly what I'm doing with this 8-ball, I'm not guessing at all. So I'm not worried about the double kiss here because I don't have to guess. I can see where I need to aim and I can adjust off of that to avoid the kiss. So again, we're going to try to put the 8-ball right about here. So with that in mind, double the distance, come back through the 8, Right there's where I want to hit. Now, I'm going to try to play the speed to put the cue ball behind the 9. Okay, so I didn't get the cue ball, I didn't spin the cue ball enough, but still, I mean, the guy's got a tough shot, you know, he's got a moderately tough shot from there. And that would take a little bit of practice on the touch to figure this shot out, but once you got it, you got it. So again, here, double the distance, come back, there it is, that's where I lay down the ball. There we go. See there? Now, after 3 shots, guy's dead hooked. He's dead hooked because I know I can put him right there. Okay, now, let's take that a little bit further though. Okay, so now I say to myself, okay, fine. What if I don't feel comfortable doing that and putting the ball here? I might leave him a bank or something. How about if I leave the cue ball, the 8 ball down here? Well, most of us, you know, we don't have a clue where to hit the ball on the rail here. I mean, we have a little bit of an idea. Okay, but now I know that if I hit the 8 ball right about here, I should be good to go if I got the right speed to get it down here in the center. Well, this is my target. So let's do that. Let's see what happens. Double the distance. Here, here, there, come back. Right here. Oh, hit it a little bit too far. So I didn't calculate that right. Which you can see, the way that I like to double this distance is I like to use my cue and kind of feel it. So bounce. So for example, you know, that's one diamond. Okay? That's 2 diamonds. That's 3 diamonds, and so on. So you feel it. So bam, 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 3 diamonds. That's about 3 diamonds out. Now obviously, that's a big judgment call there. You're using the stick to measure, but it's also imprecise. But you get the idea. You know, once you work with it a little bit. So let's try it again. We're going to start at 3 diamonds. So make it where we cannot hit the ball full. All right. Okay, so it's right about there. That's where I want to hit the ball. Let's see how we do. Okay, we hit just about at the diamond, but my speed wasn't enough. But you can see that if I get the speed down, look where the ball's tracking right here. Okay, now let's do it with speed. Ready? So now I've practiced this, I can see how to measure it. Okay, come back. Right there. Step in. So obviously for that particular shot, I need to practice more until I've got this measurement down pretty good, because I'm losing it right here where I come in. So let's try it one more time. This is my diamond where I want the 8 ball to hit. Okay? I say it right about there. Come back, right there. Step in. There we go. Now again, my speed control, you know, I need more speed, but you see it tracking right there. So that's up to me to learn the speed, you know, the speed I need to hit the shot. And this is a lot better than guessing right here, because now I'm measuring where I need it to go. All right, one more time. Okay. That time I hit it way too hard, but see where it's tracking? If I had the right speed, it would be laying down right there on the rail. So, you know, that's the whole point about calculating this and figuring it out, as opposed to guessing. Because the guessing game, you know, okay, I know I need to hit it there, so I'm guessing where that is. There's my kiss. You know, you can stand here all day long doing the guessing way, trying to figure this out, going too long, going too short, and everything. Whereas if you measure it, if you use the double the distance method and you measure it, then every time you hit the ball, your 8-ball is going to be hitting the rail right here. So then what are you working on? You're working on speed control. You know? Because you know where to hit the ball now. Now you got to work on the touch and the speed control to know how hard to hit it and with what spin to miss the kiss so that you can get it. But you know that almost every time you're going to be right in here. You're not going to be here. You're not going to be here long, you know, super long. You're going to be right in this area as long as you measured it using the double the distance system. So again, you know, I don't know how to tell you this, but I feel like this is a big advantage. I think that it's gonna make me a lot of money because this is something that for me has always been a problem. Shots like this, you know, not knowing exactly how to play safe here. This time, you know, what I'm going to do is I want to put the 8-ball right here, actually, out in the middle of the table. I'm not even trying to go to a rail here. So I'm going to use the double the distance, watch this, from here to the rail and out and back to the 8-ball, behind the 8-ball right here. That's where I want to go. Now watch this, and I'm going to hit it really light. So I crossed where I wanted to go right in here, but you get the idea. And I need to work on the speed. Watch how clever this safe is once I get it. Okay, so I want to put the 8-ball right here. So here to the rail, over, back to the 8, right there. Little touch of right-hand English. Real soft. Look at that. Look at that shot. Look at that. Okay, I let him see it because I rolled a little bit too far. But you can see once you get that touchdown, imagine how cool that is to be able to take a shot where you cross it, the 8 goes here, and it ends up right here, and the cue ball goes here. And you can do that on purpose. You know? You can do that on purpose with a simple measurement. And once you learn to see it, you can just see it with your eyes. You don't even have to use your cue. You just look at it. Look at that. There it is. There it is. Dead hook. Right there. So, okay. What else could I show you on that? Okay, so here. We can do it. This is another shot where a lot of people, well, me. Okay, I'll say me. This is another shot where I get in trouble because I miss-hit the ball a lot. This is a standard safe, you know. You want to go 2 rails, here, here, and to the middle rail down there, okay? So for this one, I want to hit the ball, I want to make the cue ball hit here. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to double the rail from here, there, to the corner, and out, and bring that line all the way back to here. Let's see how we do. Okay, see that? Look where the 8 ended up. Right there, because the 8 came down and hit right here near this diamond where I wanted it to hit. Okay, let's take that same shot and do it again. But this time, for whatever reason, I want to hit this diamond instead, near the pocket. Okay, for whatever reason, I want to put the 8 right there where that diamond is. So again, double the distance, starting here, to the rail, and out, and all the way back to here. Wow, I banked it in, almost. Now that one was a little bit thick because it was a little bit hard for me to see the distance. I mean, you have to practice with this to where you can feel that you can see the angles pretty good. Let's do that one more time. Here, to the rail, and out. Okay, now I'm out in space right there, so I have to imagine that line coming all the way back. So I step back. Right here is where I want to hit the ball. That's where I want to aim. Let's see how we do. Okay, there we go. I was within a ball of the diamond right there. And look where the 8 ball ended up. Look where the 8 ball ended up right there. Now, what about this? Let's take that very same shot. And let's say we want to, this now I want to hit, I actually want now to bank this 8 ball to the end rail. So, here, double the distance, come over, bring it all the way back, right here. Okay? Let's see if I can get that 8 ball to go to the end rail from there. Look at that. Look at that. You see that 8 ball go all the way? It tracks, that 8 ball tracked right there. You can see it going down the cue, tracking right down to the center of the rail. Just because I measured it using the doubling method on there. All right, where are we at here on the time? So, about 25 minutes on this. I'm not sure if this is making sense to you guys or not, but I hope it is. If not, you can ask me questions and I'll try to answer them. I'll try to possibly put up some diagrams. But anyway, what else can I show you with that makes sense? Well, it works also, you know, if you have the long shot. You know, a lot of guys get in trouble because they have a shot like this, you know. So you'll have something like this where you want to play the 8 ball somewhere here on the rail, but you'll overhit it and you'll end up selling out a shot, leaving the 8 ball here, you know, or you'll hit this ball too hard because you can't judge the speed. Well, the same thing applies here. Let's say, for example, that I want to leave the 8 ball right here on this rail, right here. Okay, the same thing applies. Double the distance, come back out. That's where I want to hit the ball, right there, in order to leave it right on the rail. So now I see that, I step in, and look at that. See there? Now, you see what you've left a guy like that. You've not overhit the ball. You've not sold out the shot by overhitting it and ending up with the cue ball here and the 8 ball here, and the guy's got a free shot. You know, you've not overhit it where it's like right here and he's got a free shot too. You've not overhit it where this comes up a lot on a shot like that, where you end up leaving the 8 ball here and the cue ball comes out like this and you leave a shot. You don't do that. If you calculate it the way I just told you, it doesn't matter where the ball is, you just decide where you want to leave it. So I want to leave it right here on the middle rail. Okay, great. Double the distance, bring it back, step into the shot, shoot. Now that one, I dogged it on that one, okay, but I almost got there. But even at that, this is a tough shot. Even dogging it, I left the guy a tough shot. But let's go a little bit more precise. So from here, for example, double the rail. I want to go right to the rail. Go out, bring it back, step in. See that? Look at the shot you leave them, and you don't even. And here's the other thing. You know, when you get to be more advanced with this, you're going to get to the point where you're going to know how not to leave a bank, for example. So you're going to play so precise with this that you might want to leave the guy like this, you know, where there's no real good bank even. You know, you're making it tougher on him. You're figuring out the tougher positions to leave him. Let's try that from here. So let's try that, for example. So now I want to go to this first diamond. Okay, and I want to leave the cue ball up here. Same thing. Double the distance. Bring it back. Step in. Okay, now that one I came up a little bit short, but still, you know, at the best he's got a bank shot. You know, that's what he's going to have to try to take. And now, here's another one that you can try. I haven't tried this, but let's try it. A lot of times you have a shot come up like this where you want to leave the 8 ball on the rail and you want to swing that the cue ball around and hide it behind the 9. Let's just try this. This is extremely tough because the 9 is almost on the rail, so you don't have a lot of room. You know, the only room you've got here to play safe is about 3/4 of a ball away from the rail, and you have to land the 8 ball here also within that space. Now this shot I mess it up all the time trying it because I just don't know how to calculate it, but let's try. Now I want to land the cue ball here. I want to land the cue ball right here on the rail. So doubling the distance, double the distance, bring it back. I think I have to hit it right there. Okay, so I see that spot. Let's see what happens. Look at this. Look at this. Get some big. Look at that shot. The very first time, the guy is dead hooked. I'm going to bring the camera over here so you can see that. I got to bring the camera so you can see what I mean right there. Look at that shot. I mean, honestly, look at that safety from there, laying down that safety. And I'm telling you that I will dog that shot, you know, if I'm playing for the money, because I have never played shots like that with any kind of a system. You know, I've never played a shot like that with a system. I've played shots like that by feel because I didn't know that I could use that system. All right, let's try it again from there. Let's see. See if it was a fluke, okay? Same thing. Double the distance, right? I'm going to try to back cut it now. So, this time I'm going to try to bring the 8 ball down to, say, down here. So, double the distance, go out. I see it, come back. Okay, I see where I need to be, so I just jump in right on that line. Okay, I scratched, but look at the line that I had here. If the cue ball lands anywhere right in here, I'm dead safe. Right there. So that's obviously telling me, you know, I have to pay a little more attention to the cue ball, but let's do that. Okay? So pay attention to the cue ball. I want to put the 8 ball right here, okay, from this position. So come back. There it is. Okay, now I'm going to spin it just a little bit just to keep the cue ball from scratching. And obviously that means I had to hit it a little bit too hard, but I left them long at this point right here, so that might be asking a little bit too much of myself, you know, from this point, but you get the idea, you know. Now, let's try another one. What if I wanted to put the 8 ball here and I wanted to put the cue ball over here? I'm just guessing right now as to what I would need to do. I think I want to hit the 8 ball needs to go right about there. So double the distance, come back through the 8 ball. That would be my ghost ball position at that moment. Step into that. Now I'm just going to hit it with a little bit of draw to bring the cue ball to the rail. So I'm controlling the cue ball. Okay, I would have had to hit that harder that way, but hitting it harder would have brought the cue ball here, would have brought it good. But look at me leaving him distance right there. Let's do this. From this position, let's bank the 8 ball to the end rail and leave the cue ball sitting on the rail right here. So again, I'm going to try to get the 8 ball to go here. Double the distance. Bring it back. Step in. Hit it too hard, but there you go. I mean, tracking right to the end rail right there. So you can use it to bank. You can use it to kick. You know, the doubling the distance works for all sorts of shots for this. Okay, well, I think that's about it. So thank y'all very much for watching. Hope you get something out of it.